All right, so once you understand what I'm going to explain to you in this short video, it is going to make your entries a lot clearer. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to make the decision to enter a trade, okay? And I just realized that a lot of the people following my videos are having issues with this particular aspect of the strategy. So this is what we're doing today. We're focusing on just one aspect of the strategy, which is looking at the delta down here for each candle within the context at a point of interest, strong area of confluence, of course. But that's all we're focusing on, not absorption, not any other aspect of the strategy. Just the delta for each candle. By the way, before I start, I have a free Telegram where I share my technical analysis every morning and also the live trades that I take. So you can check it out. It's going to be in the description. So you can check that out if you're interested. So let's get into it. We're looking at the delta at the bottom here, right? This whole area here. This is what we want to look at for each candle. We're going to pretty much almost ignore the numbers within the candles, okay? And what we want to see in this yellow box, for example, so don't worry about the actual confluence because I don't want to focus on this. I want to keep this short and precise, but the yellow boxes I'm going to show you are strong areas of confluence, okay? Don't worry about which levels they actually are. We just focus on the delta. So here on this candle, on this entry, we have minus 125 delta. That is a high amount of sellers at our point of interest. Now, how do you know like 125 is just a random number? How is that? How do you know if it's a high amount of sellers? During New York, this is during London, but during New York, minus 125 is nothing, right? But during London, you look at the context. It's all about context for every aspect of my strategy, but especially this aspect. So what you're going to do with your candle here, at your point of interest, you see it's a pretty strong candle. It's closing below a lot of candles. You're like, okay, there's potential. Let me look if we have a lot of sellers. Minus 125. Let's compare to the previous candles. It's easy as that. Minus 13, minus 22. We're only looking at the negative delta candles. And what I do generally, I look at around 10, 15 previous candles, okay? So clearly, we've had here a way higher amount that we had in the previous candles. And the candle was efficient. Like you had minus 78 here on this candle, and it was very inefficient. And also, more importantly, we were not yet at our point of interest. So you know that your point of interest is strong and that other institutions, other traders are looking at it because now you have the big sellers, okay? So this is just one example. I just want to walk you, this is how I function. I walk you through quite a few examples. I want to show you this example right here, which technically, it wasn't at a point of interest yet, so this is why we wouldn't take it. But technically, look at here. Plus 137 positive delta, efficient candle closing above all of these candles, but you're not at a point of interest. This is, first of all, you're still in this trade, but don't worry about that. You're not at a point of interest, at a strong area of confluence. This is very important. Watch my previous videos. But technically, before that, you had 58, 21. We're looking at the 10 previous candles, okay? And 60, right? So clearly, it was good in terms of positive delta, not good because you were not yet at your point of interest. Now look at here. Again, look at the previous candles. This is what we start with. We start with our area of interest, obviously. Then we want to see a strong candle closing above the previous ones, right? What do we have? 158. Is that good within the context? 51. We did have 137 here, to be fair, but it was not at the area of interest and it failed. 58 and then 21 within the 10 previous candles. Yes, we have a lot of buyers within the context, a very strong amount of buyers at our point of interest. Okay? Sorry, guys. Let's just watch a few other examples. I want to keep this until 10 minutes. We're at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I really want this to be focused on just one aspect of the strategy and to keep it short, okay? Let's look at this example right here. Looking at the, let me zoom in a bit more here. So obviously we have our yellow box here. Let's look at the positive delta on our candle. 101, good. Let's see what we had earlier. Sorry, guys. So 101, good amount. Within the context, what's the context? How many buyers did we have previously? 12, 30, clearly no interest, no interest, no interest, no interest, little interest. And all of a sudden, from our box, 101. We have some strong buyers. We have some institutions there. We have some big traders there that are interested in our level. Now, sometimes, by the way, I think this one would have been a break even. No, this would have been a win. Probably a break even for me. We're not going to worry about this, by the way, but once we reached here close to my TP, I would have been break even. Let's watch some other examples here. Okay. Area of interest, zooming in, looking at the delta, comparing to the previous candles. So here, 92, okay, 74, but it was inefficient, right? This candle was efficient, but we started seeing some interest because we compared to the previous positive delta, 25, no interest, no interest, nobody cares, nobody cares. People are starting to care, 74, failing, okay. And then 92, now they really care, and they're breaking above 1, 2, 3 previous candles. They're being efficient, right? It's not about like, are they breaking above the candle? We're just seeing that these buyers are stronger than what we had earlier, and they're being efficient, and again, always from a strong area of interest. Looking at some other examples, 6 minutes and 50 seconds. We got a couple more examples. I think you get it. But this is really a very important aspect, one of the most important aspects of the strategy. And that, again, a lot of people were not understanding this, and I kind of get it now. So I wanted really to make this clear. Here, so area of interest, we got 100, right? Is it a strong candle? Not really. It is closing above 1, 2, 3. Now, we're going to look a bit more context, but look, 81, we have a lot of sellers here, right, being absorbed. Okay, so we're not focusing on that too much, but just it does add to the decision here. But 100 comparing to 78, okay, 70, kind of similar to just the previous example. 78 were not efficient here, 100 were. And you compare 5, 42, previously, we had a lot of sellers, but no buyers. And then we can look to the left a little bit. We had 40, not interested, right? And then we were at a totally different level. Here we had 132, not at a strong area and also not an efficient candle. Okay, let's go through one more, maybe two more examples. Do I have them, or actually maybe we're done here? Yeah, I think we're done. Okay, great. It's under 10 minutes. If you have questions, guys, go ahead. You can follow the Telegram. You can, send me some questions there. But you can send me a question in the comment. That's great. Okay, but it's clear. It's all about context, context, context. How strong are the buyers or the sellers here at my area of interest compared to the 10, 15 previous candles? We're at a strong area of interest. Are there buyers or are there sellers? Like, are they there? That's the question. There's other stuff to look at, absorption of the opposite side. I have a full video about this, so we're not getting into it. But again, look at the numbers in context. If you're trading New York, you're looking at bigger numbers, obviously, okay? If you're trading Asia or London, this is the type of numbers you'll be looking at. All right, that's it for me today. Hope to see you guys soon.